ليكن يومك للشعب مدادا ليكن حبك للأرض مداد قلم أنت فكم عبرت عنا وبنيت المجد أطوار.
Umar ibn al-Khattab, he's doing his night patrol. As I told you, night patrol. And he's going through his city and he notices there's a tent there that wasn't there before. This shows you, brothers, this is a person who is aware of his environment and his people and his community. We can go think new buildings, new people come in and out of our community, we don't even know. New arrivals come and go. Some of the saddest aspects, people lie dead in their houses for weeks. Nobody knows. No community anymore, brothers. Umar ibn al-Khattab, night patrol. He sees there's a tent there that there wasn't there before. And he hears a crying coming from this tent, a painful voice coming in. And so he goes to the tent and the man of the tent comes out. He said, what's going on? He said, my wife is giving birth. And this was a poor family. He didn't know who the man was. He didn't know this was Amir al-Mu'mineen. And so what happens is that Umar, okay, and the man said, and Umar said, is anyone tending to her? I said, no one is tending to her. No one is tending to her. He ran home. He went and bought provisions. He bought food. He told his wife, Kulthum radiallahu anha, he says, come, there's a woman giving birth, come and tend to her. Both of them arrived back on the scene. Kulthum went and tended to the woman. He then said to the man, light a fire. A fire was lit. He got the cooking pots out. He started to cook the food. And then Kulthum cries out, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, give congratulations to the man, he has had a baby boy. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, give congratulations that he has had a baby boy. The man didn't know it was Amir al-Mu'mineen. And so then the man realized, whose presence am I in? And he became, I'm in the presence of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He realized this. And then he, obviously, one is in the presence of such a person, one would become somewhat intimidated. And then he said to the man, here, take this food and feed your wife. And then the person said, then he became worried. He said, because he was a poor person. He said, what am I going to do after this? He says, come to me the next day, I will give the stipend. I will give you child benefit for your child.
Urwa says, I've seen all these leaders, the people just forced, compelled to listen to them. But this leader and his followers, I'm startled at these followers. I've never seen such followers in my life. That his followers, that if he was to spit, they would fight one another to grab his saliva and rub it on their faces. If he used to make wudu, they would fight one another to catch the remnant of the water that fell from his blessed face. And if he was to speak, they would lower their faces, lower their heads in respect and love and reverence towards the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I've never seen such followers in my life.
Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he said, Wallahi alladhi la ilaha illa hu, by Allah, the one who deserves no worship except him. When the verses of the Quran came down, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, la tarfa'u aswatakum fawqa sawti nabi. O you who believe, do not raise your voices above the voices of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, by Allah, I never raised my voice above the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam after that day. To how many times Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, repeat what you just said, Ya Umar. He said, I was shy that I raised my voice in front of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the son of Umar ibn Khattab, he came to his father once He said, Ya Abati, O father, why is it that you love Usama ibn Zayd more than I? I am your son. Why do you love this person more than you love me? By Allah, ما سبقني إلى معركة. He never went before me in any battle. I participated in everything. Why is it that you love him more? So Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, Ya waladi, my son, that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to love Usama more than he loved me. The Prophet he used to love Usama more than he loved me. Therefore, I put the Prophet said, love before my love for you. Therefore, I love the one whom the Prophet ﷺ loves before those whom I love.
How many of you have approached your neighbors and asked them if there is any way you could help them or benefit them? How many of you have been merciful to your neighbors? Now this is just the outside. Start with your own household first. A lot of the brothers have wives. How many of the brothers actually wake up in the morning seeing if they can take care of anything for their wives before they head off to work? How many of us have parents that we still live with? How many of us take care of their needs before our own? Brothers and sisters, we're all demanding the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we're all seeking it. But know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has two mercies. A general mercy whom He gives to anyone and everyone. And another mercy that who He will give to the believers, and especially those who are merciful to others.
وبنيت المجد أطوادا شداد أنت يا ملهم شعب أن يبر وعشت كم حققت للشعب مراد